Man, what a morning it's been. Little did we think that we would be getting a GTA 5 trailer. Why did I say 5? GTA 6 trailer dropping first thing in the morning. I saw this in the morning. I was like, as soon as I get home, I've got to make a video about it because I feel like a lot of other people are going to be doing the same. So I am going to be completely muting the audio because I know that there is, in fact, some music that is absolutely going to get me copy struck, so I'm going to avoid that as best as I can. I'm going to talk through basically the trailer, but I'm also going to be going through the website and talking about basically the stuff that we've kind of just, the stuff that we know. So basically trailer time is just going to be extrapolating, but stuff on the website, that is what we know with absolute certainty. So we have the Rockstar logo, and of course we have some really nice scenes of Vice, a very specific side of Vice City. I'm not sure which, but hey, I mean, the visuals look, absolutely incredible. You can see the lighting engine and even just the shadows, the glistening of sweat from the main character Jason here. Slapping a dude, stealing his money from the register, probably his dealer, I imagine. We've got signs here like downtown, south side, Peacock Bay, and of course VCI Airport. So I think it's Vice City International Airport. Ambrosia, so I feel like that's like a suburb. But one thing that's I think a bit noticeable is the fact that not only is the fact that Jason is pumping iron, which makes it feel like as if they're bringing back elements of San Andreas that where you could eat so much that you die from a heart attack, gain weight, or if you work out then you make yourself look a little bit more muscly or toned out and whatever have you. But yeah, here's our sort of two protagonists meeting. This very much feels like this is going to be the sort of intro segment of the game itself, potentially. Now we're getting some guns, some good old sexy times as well. And just showing us different locations, different types of characters. And this is a little bit more sort of story heavy as far as the main characters' kind of relationship with each other, and just kind of what's going on. We can only, pull apart so much, but there are actually some side characters that are shown off. We just don't know who they are or what they're about, like this guy, for example, which we'll find out actually later on in the website. But we do learn a little bit about both of our characters. For example, in the middle of a fighting ring, that was Lucia, and the fact that, she actually has a history of learning how to do some straight up fist fighting. And then, of course, stuff like, you see the TV, you've got an ammunition kind of ad going on, but you can also see the TV reflect off of this photo frame on the left, and then you've got a bit of what looks like a PS5 controller, because I can look at my PS5 controller. It's it looks fairly similar in that sense, just sitting there on the table. You got PS5 there on the left. Well, I'm sure it's going to be some sort of a different version. I'm pretty sure it's the whole iApple situation app with GTA 5. I'm pretty sure they're going to name it very differently. But you've got you've got the swamplands, you've got ocean views, you've got highways. I feel like Vice City is going to be a great location, because for me personally, I absolutely loved Vice City as a game. I liked it way more than 3. I haven't really played San Andreas, so that's definitely a definitive shock for sure. So I should definitely get to that and 5 before 6 drops. But yeah, we have the release date, 26 May 2026, and this was all captured on the base PS5. At least that's the assumption that I'm making, based on the fact that they didn't say PS5 Pro. And of course, platforms are PS5, Xbox Series X, but also S, which is quite surprising, to say the least. I did not think that they would be able to run this game on that sort of potato. But let's talk it. So basically, we got the trailer here on the actual website itself, and then just kind of moving a little bit on from that. I mean, I love the animations, by the way. Holy crap. They really went all out with redesigning the website, but also just, damn, man. it looks real cool. But yeah, coming May 2020, 26 May 2026, PS5, Xbox Series S and X. And I'm still kind of going down, so a bit of a summary. Vice City, USA. So of course based off of Miami, if I remember correctly. But also it feels like there's probably going to be multiple cities to the point where the entire state might be like an entire map that you'll be traversing, which feels kind of accurate given just how big the map was in Red Dead 2. So I feel like they could take a lot of what they did there and really sort of bring that forward into GTA 6. But yeah, so quick sort of synopsis here. Jason and Lucia have known each other, known the deck is stacked against them, but when an easy score goes wrong, which I feel like is very much a reference to Red Dead 2, because Red Dead 2 starts because a potential robbery goes wrong, and unfortunately the guys then head up into the mountains where the prologue begins, basically. Dutch's gang and all the other guys. So yeah, but when an easy score goes wrong, they find themselves in the darkest side of the sunniest place in America, in the middle of a criminal conspiracy stretching across the state of Leonida. And this is what I mean by the state being a potential thing. There's actually multiple references to Leonida, so I feel like eventually I could see them absolutely doing like a GTA game 20-30 years down the line, maybe even longer than that, where you basically have the entire country of like America but name something completely different, forced to rely on each other more than ever if they want to make it out alive. So interesting stuff here. So here we have Jason, of course, Jason Duval. He wants an easy life, but things keep just getting harder. Jason grew up around grifters and crooks. After a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found himself in the Keys doing what he knows best. Working for the local drug runners, it might be time for something new, or to try something new. And so of course, there's a lot of like, you know, new screenshots, not just of the characters, and of course we do have Leonida on his shirt here, Vice City shirt right here. I feel like there's a lot of customizability, like while he might remain relatively the same, potential change in body structure when it comes to eating and working out. But of course, you know, you've got hats, shirts, whatever have you, but also notice how he has no beard here, but he has a beard here. I have a suspicion that they're going to be taking probably one of the most, like, I guess, annoying aspects of Red Dead 2 that I didn't really do too much about, but still kind of annoyed me anyways, because I preferred Arthur to not have a beard, but I keep growing out the beard every single time because I just was too lazy to trim it. But basically the whole beard growth over time permission type of thing most likely is going to be a thing. And of course, like, sure, you could, like, you know, trim the beard whenever, but you're always so far away from camp in Red Dead 2, so I wonder if there's going to be multiple places that you can do that in GTA 6, like, who knows, especially with how big the map could potentially be. So a quote from him: "If anything happens, I'm right behind you." Very nice, very nice. So meeting Lucia could be the best or worst thing to ever happen to him. Jason knows how he'd like it to turn out, but right now it's hard to tell. So of course, I think this is kind of like, you know, army stint type of thing, some fishing here, and of course a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, have gone through the website as a whole, but yeah, just the animation though. And of course the same shot from like just above, we have now got Lucia's like sort of little blurb here. So Lucia's, so this is what I was talking about when I said that she's a fighter. Basically, she's been learning how to fight from her dad, basically, from as soon as she could walk. So life's been coming at her, da da da. Sheer luck. Oh yeah, so here we go. Fighting for her family landed in Leonida Penitentiary, so state penitentiary. Sheer luck got her out. Lucy has learned her lesson. Only smart moves from here. And of course you can see like the variety of hairstyles as well, outfits and whatever have you. And of course this is her in the penitentiary, of course. More than anything, Lucia wants the good life her mom has dreamed of since their days in Liberty City. So she's from Liberty City. But instead of half-baked fantasies, Lucia is prepared to take matters into her own hands. And it does kind of make me wonder, will Liberty City actually be a place in the game? Similar to like how you had 3 maps in San Andreas. So a quote from her: "The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got." Which isn't completely wrong, to be honest. A life with Jason could be her way out, so it's clear that she's kind of got herself into a tough place in life, it seems. Fresh out of prison and ready to change the odds in her favor, Lucy is committed to her plan, no matter what it takes, and whatever that plan is, probably has a lot to do with her family and the fact that she's from Liberty City, and also the fact that they're in Vice City at the moment. So, who knows what it could be. So Oni and Leonida, again, another reference to the state. When the sun fades and the neon glows, everyone has something to gain and more to lose. So we've got our side characters, Carl Hampton. What if everything on the internet was true? Cal feels safest hanging at home, snooping on Coast Guard comms, and with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. This is already my favorite guy out of, I think, everyone that we'll be seeing, basically. There are too many birds flying around in perfect formation. So I could understand why he might be a bit paranoid at the same time. The psychopaths are in charge, get used to it. We got some more stuff. Visit Leonida. Vice City looks absolutely bloody gorgeous, by the way. I mean, look at the scenery. It looks so good. Anyway, so we got Booby Ike. It's all about the heart, the Jack of Hearts. Booby is the local Vice City legend and acts on it, one of the few to transform his time in the streets into a legitimate empire-spanning real estate strip club and recording studio. So pretty much it feels like Booby is going to be our minigame guy. When it comes to minigames and being able to do other additional bits and pieces, I feel like he's going to be our main man. So he's the one we're going to have to be cool with the most. And you can see the man's been through some stuff. The club money pay for the studio, and the drug money pay for it all. That's very, very funny, because I'm pretty sure it's damn true. Top quality cuts. Booby might seem like he's out for himself, but his partnership with the young aspiring music mogul Dre Kwan for only Raw Records that he's most invested in now that they need a hit. Interesting. And it's just going down, of course, Leonida Keys, which is... So I feel like Leonida Keys is a separate location to that of, like, what we're seeing here. Because, of course, they're trying to show off the main city itself. We've got Draquan Priest, only Raw Records. So this is the guy who needs the big stint, basically. Or the big hit, rather. With only Raw Records to kind of get himself, like, sort of moving in. Dancers are, like, my A's and R's. If the record's a hit, DJ's gonna be spinning it. You're with the label now. Now that he signed the real Demez, Draquan's days of booking acts into Booby's strip club might be numbered as he sets his sights on the Vice City scene. So he's moving away from Booby's ventures to do his own thing. And then, of course, you've got Grass Rivers here, which is, I think, a separate location. So real Demez. Viral hooks, viral videos, viral hooks, probably the main reason for why we got a lot of those, how would I say it, Instagram, TikTok type vibes from that first trailer in certain places, bits and pieces here and there. So Bay Lux and Roxy, aka Real Demez, have been friends since high school. Girls with the savvy to turn their time shaking down local dealers into cold hard cash via spicy rap tracks and a relentless social media presence. So that's them right here. All my dimes in this club meet my twin, make it a dub. Which I'm not sure about that writing, but sure. I wonder what the voice acting is going to be like when it's actually presented in the game. I feel like we got a very good idea of that with the initial conversation that happened in trailer 2, but who knows where it could go. An early hit single with local rapper Dwimpley took Real Demez to new heights. Now after 5 years and a whole lot of trouble, they're signed to only Raw Records, hoping lightning can strike twice. They're hoping for some more. Port Gellahorn, of course, another location within it says visit Leonidas, so I don't know if it's part of Vice City or like each of these locations are all just part of the Leonida state. Raul Batista, experience counts, confidence, charming, cunning. Rolls a series. Seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent and ready to take the risks that bring the biggest rewards. And again, he looks like he's been through a lot and he's got a lot of experience just robbing places, it looks like. Life is full of surprises, my friend. I think we'll all be wise to remember that. A professional adapts. Rolls recklessness, raises the stakes with every score. Sooner or later his crew will have to double down or pull their chips to the table. Ambrosia, again another location I'm pretty sure. Brian Heder, nothing better than a mudslide at sunset. So he's the drug runner basically. He's smuggling in the keys, which we saw a screenshot of earlier up the page. I hold so much grass in that plane I could make the state of Leonida levitate. Damn. Looks like Leonida beach bum moves like a great white shark. Brian's letting Jason live rent-free at one of his properties so long as he helps with the local shakedowns and stop by for Laurie's sangria once in a while. And of course Mount Calga, the national park, of course. So again, another location within Leonida. It's all just being presented as like postcards basically, so it's interesting to see. And of course closing the boot with the date at the end. Yeah, very, very good presentation with this website for sure. But it's insane to think about that it took me 16 minutes to go through a 2.5, nearly 3-minute trailer, and also to talk about the details that were shown on the website, because there is a lot of info that was just dumped on us, from just the characters to some of the locations to the fact that we are able to basically guess that Leonida, the state, is basically going to be one of the big locations, that like basically the whole map almost in a way, depending on how you want to look at it. And looking at games like the previous GTA games that have been released by Rockstar, but also Red Dead 2, and being able to sort of pull apart small bits and pieces as to where some of their experience and what has worked for them storytelling wise and stuff like that has worked out. While I love the fact that they're doing a lot with the single player, I do worry about how much GTA Online is going to just completely ruin that, because GTA Online just is not going to be one of those things I'm going to be interested in. And GTA 6 is definitely going to be a game where I'm not interested in it at all. But the fact that when it comes out, everyone is going to be talking so positively about it, it's going to have such positive appeal to it, that it's going to be a Game of the Year frontrunner, to the point where I'm pretty much just going to buy a day one, I feel like. But with all that being said, however, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. I went much longer than I normally would. So yeah, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of the year. And with all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.